nation has ever done without lifting the trophy. And this represents their final game on home soil in this tournament, with Miami the next destination for tonight's winners. Mexico increasingly expecting, while England always expects. Pubs back home have been given extended opening hours until 5 in the morning to cater for the late kick-off in Western Europe. It's coming up to 2 a.m. in London, ahead of the week's first working day, but millions will be either in the pubs or sat at home in their dressing gowns on the sofa, hoping and praying those bad memories of 40 years ago can be put aside by becoming just the third team to complete an Aztecazo, as they call it here, and win a competitive game in this formidable stadium. Mexico ready. The fans have been ready for a good few hours now. The city has been absolutely going crazy all day. And now, finally, after a 60-minute delay, we are ready. An I was there moment for 80,000 plus inside this place, known to just about every football fan across the globe. Memories to last a lifetime will be created in the next 90 plus minutes, and there can only be one winner. An atmosphere to savour, a day to remember, an occasion that as a football supporter of these two nations could be unmatched. It's a footballing dream for people to be here on a night like this. Demand the nation has ever done without lifting the trophy. And this represents their final game on home soil in this tournament, with Miami the next destination for tonight's winners. Mexico increasingly expecting, while England always expects. Pubs back home have been given extended opening hours until 5 in the morning to cater for the late kick-off in Western Europe. It's coming up to 2 a.m. in London, ahead of the week's first working day, but millions will be either in the pubs or sat at home in their dressing gowns on the sofa, hoping and praying those bad memories of 40 years ago can be put aside by becoming just the third team to complete an Aztecazo, as they call it here, and win a competitive game in this formidable stadium. Mexico ready. Fans have been ready for a good few hours now. They have to come through if they want to keep their 2026 hopes alive in what might be a last ever World Cup match in this footballing shrine. Mexico play their biggest ever game within these walls.
Circumstances.
Free kick here to Mexico. Challenge the referee didn't like there, has sent Luis Romo sprawling, and an early yellow card as well. Declan Rice goes into the book.
What is a combative, aggressive midfielder? The last thing you want in the opening couple of minutes is to be booked. It's a high boot. He catches Romo. It's an unnecessary challenge on the halfway line. He didn't need to go for that ball, and it's paid a price.
England have it back and win a free kick. A challenge there that Anthony Gordon always saw coming.
Yeah, it's probably the start of the game I really expected. Mexico dominating the ball, being aggressive, stepping onto England. So England need that solid defensive shape. Just keep Mexico.
For a foul on Bellingham. And what's this all about? Kane trying to get the ball back here to get on with things, and the referee looking to try and diffuse matters.
Yeah, the free kick was given. I think Lira just held on to the ball. Harry Kane looking to get on the ball, get England moving forward. And Lira just threw himself
ball over the top towards Saka, who was playing on the shoulder. Filter Rangel.
That's a magnificent forward run right across that Mexican defensive line. A surer first touch.
Jimenez! Oh, what a save that was by Pickford! A pinpoint header from Raúl Jimenez that was destined for the bottom corner.
This is why I said Jimenez will fancy his chances against the England centre-halves. It's Alvarado's kind of trademark ball in, drops a shot.
Out there, and Kwanzaa going down. Referee looking, and eventually gives England a free kick. It's taken too quickly for the Australians' liking.
Yeah, the England team selection at right back has been a topic of conversation. Yeah, as you mentioned there, Mexico, Raúl Rangel, their goalkeeper, yet.
Quiñones, the reverse there, looking for Jimenez, the referee getting in the way, and is obliged to stop the game as much as England wanted to continue there. And now we pause for the first high.
Yeah, of course, Thomas Tuchel, Javier Aguirre, they'll get their message across to the players, then it's down to the players. It's very difficult to make yourself heard here, so you can't really coach from the sidelines. The players have to carry out the coach's instructions. It's down to them now.
Javier Aguirre, such a likeable players, not afraid to get stuck in from both sides in this game. Romo urged to shoot and does. Never in control of it and sends it into those England fans positioned behind the goal.
Yeah, it's just too tempting. The ball is running across his body.
Past Kane, but Bellingham coming in! England lead in the Azteca! Jude Bellingham! He's the first man to silence a Mexican crowd this summer. Kane and Bellingham again! 2 in 2 minutes for England, who are in Mexican dreamland! That's the way to do it! And maybe those ghosts of '86 are going to be banished and put to bed tonight.
But again, you look at where the goal comes from. They just conceded Mexico. You know, as a team, they're talking to each other saying, you know, OK, we've conceded, just keep our heads, don't give a quick second goal away. But it's down to...
In his debut when he was just 16 years old, playing for Birmingham City. Free kick Mexico. They have had plenty of set-piece opportunities so far. They need to find some quality. They need something before Rado puts it into a great area, and Quiñones! Mexico have life, and of course, it's their top scorer here in the World Cup, Julian Quiñones, who gives himself a slice of Mexican history. Now, along with Luis Hernandez back in 1998, he's got 4 goals in the World Cup, and Mexico have a lifeline.
Oh, what?
Sanchez and O'Reilly going shoulder to shoulder, and it's the Englishman that wins through.
Yeah, Thomas Tuchel, of course, will be disappointed to have conceded, but I'm sure if he'd offered the England coach this...
Pushing for Jimenez! He's had 2 great chances, thwarted by Pickford once, but could have tested for a second time.
He just doesn't strike that cleanly. Brilliant play from Quiñones. He just holds off Kwanzaa, lays the ball back to Jimenez, but he pulls it, he scuffs it, and England back. They've had plenty of threat going forward, but it's all about taking your chances. England at 2-0 have done that, but Mexico with that Quiñones goal there, they're right back in it.
Again looking for Jimenez! Oh, Pickford with another worldly save! The England goalkeeper is doing so much for his side tonight. That was spectacular.
His magnificent positioning and reflexes. There's not as much pace on the Alvarado cross as the first.
Jimenez free header, and Montes! What a goal-saving challenge that was! Astonishing piece of defending there, right at the last, from Jude Bellingham.
Well, if Montes can take this first time, it's 2-2, but he has to take a touch.
Here's Gordon. Played it well. Free kick England.
Just going back to those 2 Pickford saves, I think the second one looks a better one, looks a bit more glamorous, but the first one from Jimenez, for me, is actually the better of the 2.
Take a breath, everyone. That is a scrapping as Gordon continues to come forward. He's taken down, but there is a melee down in front of us here, inside, or just outside, rather, the 2 technical areas. It is all kicking off.
Yeah, there's a real flashpoint. The ball was played out wide. There was a crunching challenge that clearly the Mexico bench were not happy with at all, and it just went off from there. Ochoa really unhappy.
I think the 2 head coaches might find themselves in the book here, taking responsibility for their 2 respective benches. That's often the way it tends to happen, and everyone jumped up there to get involved.
Yeah, I think it's the fact, actually, and they've got a point, because, you know, Kwanzaa, you know, he jumps into the challenge, his boot is off the ground, he's over the top of the ball. That's a red card challenge. It's horrible. And I can understand why Ochoa and those Mexican, you know, substitutes were so unhappy.
Kick. Kane on defensive duty, and he was caught late. I mean, this game's had just about everything so far, hasn't it? You don't know which way it's going to go next.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the decision that Thomas Tuchel makes here, who he puts it right back, whether he takes somebody off and, you know, maybe plays...
Here's Quiñones. Lovely flick and turn. Shame about the finish. Oh, and a challenge here, and the referee has pointed to the spot. The 10 men of England have a penalty. Anthony Gordon receiving the congratulations for his desire to get there. Raul Rangel flat out on the ground because he knows that he has given England a big chance to seal the win.
What an opportunity now for England to kill the game off, and it's Anthony Gordon. It's just his anticipation. You know, he's not caught on his heels. The ball is played towards Harry Kane. He just takes a chance, he gambles, and then he sprints. And it's just that sprint, that change of pace, gets to the ball first. All it needs is a touch past the goalkeeper, and Rangel has committed himself. It absolutely is a penalty, but it's just brilliant work from Anthony Gordon, taking a chance, supporting Kane.
It's England's King Kane who strikes again for the Three Lions. And that will surely seal the deal now. England can look ahead to Miami next Saturday. 3-1 up in the Azteca. And Mexico once again climbing a mountain.
Well, you've got to give Anthony Gordon a huge amount of credit for winning the...
Jimenez challenging from behind. The referee letting play go on here as well. Kane is fouled there though. Gutierrez. Sliding challenge, some claims of handball. He takes it in his hands. Gets his space for the cross, and Stones with a slice out of play for a corner. He hasn't played too many minutes. He nearly lost it there to Bellingham. Free kick. But they're still appealing here for a spot kick. And Lira, although they've got a free kick, is actually marching towards the penalty area with the ball because he thinks they're going to have a chance from 12 yards.
Yeah, they're going to appeal for absolutely everything. Every time that ball goes into the England box, any challenges the England defenders make, they're going to be appealing for it. I think it's Kane who actually kicked through Gutierrez. He's just slightly laboured the England captain, and very risky and maybe slightly fortunate to get away with it.
This game is not done, but a VAR check for a possible penalty is ongoing at the moment. And the way this game has gone, you can rule nothing out.
I feel if England were 3-1 up with 11 against 11, it would be very, very difficult for Mexico to get back. But they do have that extra man. But of course, you know, they need to get a quick goal back. If they do that, I think it's very much game on again.
And the ref, Raul Jimenez! The crowd are on their feet again. This World Cup epic is far from done.
Well, I'm not a big fan of the stop-start penalty, but this is really clever from Jimenez. Shows all his experience.
The referee is ready to blow now, and he has given England a free kick. We have got 20 minutes to go. I wish we had 2 hours left of this. It is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, we've got a game within a game. If you're a fan of Mexico or England, this is nerve-shredding. But if you're a neutral, this is just fantastic. We'll take as many minutes of this type of game as we can get. It's a brilliant penalty from Jimenez, but it's just that.
But Newcastle United, 6'7", coming on at the back here. And they are going to take off Elliot Anderson. Hoists it high, and Jed Spence has to nod behind. Mexico corner.
Yeah, England just starting to look a little bit laboured. Konsa there really struggling to stay with Gallardo. There's no way Konsa was going to block that cross.
Pickford comes. I'm not sure if he got anything on it. He did. It's a corner.
Yeah, you can understand that change. They don't need defenders now, Mexico, because England's struggling to get to the halfway line. So send on another attacking midfielder, because you don't...
Oh, free header. And it couldn't be directed towards goal. Quiñones was coming in round the back as low, but touched on and over. Over by Santiago Jimenez. Trying to get his yard. Konsa going every inch of the way with him. It's a Mexico corner. England, I think, claiming that themselves with Bellingham. Jimenez can't hold it. In a real physical battle there, and he's given away the free kick.
That's brilliant from Konza, just uses his strength, gets his body in between man and...
Raul Jimenez trying to turn, offside flag goes up, and England can breathe. Goalkeeper massively tested, aside from the goals themselves. Oh, to force extra time. Pickford comes again and holds it.
Yeah, it's not the greatest ball in, but again, the England goalkeeper's got to be positive, make his mind up early. Come on.
Long and past everyone.
That's just that sense.
And it's left, and England had it covered.
It's a great shout there from Jordan Pickford. He knows the ball is been over here.
Oh, that's better. Raul Jimenez. Spence sliding in. He did win the ball, but he does concede the corner. The corner whipped in, the flick header. Pickford will grab that. Out. It's still a chance for Mexico, and it's blocked over again. Another corner right at the deck. And there ends a World Cup classic. England knock out the co-hosts in their own back garden. Mexico are out of the World Cup as England go through to the quarter-finals. It's coming home. The lyrics of Three Lions echo around this stadium. The song the Mexicans never wanted to hear, but their journey ends here at the end of one of the great games of this or any World Cup finals.
What an absolutely breathtaking, extraordinary match. Neither side deserved to go out of the World Cup on kind of their effort and the quality they showed during the course of this game, but England have won it. And for England, I think there were major questions. Do they tactically, technically have the ability to win? Can they cope with the conditions, the atmosphere? And the answer is an emphatic yes to both those questions. The rearguard action in the final 15 minutes was incredible.
So much to discuss, so much to pick apart, but a full-time score here at Mexico City Stadium of Mexico 2, England 3. Hoists it high, and Jed Spence has to nod behind. Mexico corner.
Yeah, England just starting to look a little bit laboured. Konza there really struggling to stay with Gallardo. There's no way Konza was going to block that cross.
Pickford comes. I'm not sure if he got anything on it. He did. It's a corner.
Yeah, you can understand that change. They don't need defenders now, Mexico, because England's struggling to get to the halfway line. So send on another attacking midfielder, because you don't...
Oh, free header. And it couldn't be directed towards goal. Quiñones was coming in round the back as low, but touched on and over. Over by Santiago Jimenez. Trying to get his yard. Konza going every inch of the way with him. It's a Mexico corner. England, I think, claiming that themselves with Bellingham. Jimenez can't hold it. In a real physical battle there, and he's given away the free kick.
That's brilliant from Konza. Just uses his strength, gets his body in between man and...
Raul Jimenez trying to turn. Offside flag goes up, and England can breathe. Goalkeeper massively tested, aside from the goals themselves. Oh, to force extra time. Pickford comes again and holds it.
Yeah, it's not the greatest ball in, but again, the England goalkeeper's got to be positive, make his mind up early. Come on.
Long and past everyone.
That's just that sense.
And it's left, and England had it covered.
It's a great shout there from Jordan Pickford. He knows the ball is been over here.
Oh, that's better. Raul Jimenez. Spence sliding in. He did win the ball, but he does concede the corner. The corner whipped in, the flick header. Pickford will grab that. Out. It's still a chance for Mexico, and it's blocked over again. Another corner right at the deck. And there ends a World Cup classic. England knock out the co-hosts in their own back garden. Mexico are out of the World Cup as England go through to the quarter-finals. It's It's coming home. The lyrics of Three Lions echo around this stadium. The song the Mexicans never wanted to hear, but their journey ends here at the end of one of the great games of this or any World Cup finals.
What an absolutely breathtaking, extraordinary match. Neither side deserved to go out of the World Cup on kind of their effort and the quality they showed during the course of this game, but England have won it. And for England, I think there were major questions. Do they tactically, technically have the ability to win? Can they cope with the conditions, the atmosphere? And the answer is an emphatic yes to both those questions. The rearguard action in the final 15 minutes was incredible.
So much to discuss, so much to pick apart, but a full-time score here at Mexico City Stadium of Mexico 2, England 3.